welcome to an Inquisitive Crafter episode 26. My name is Susie and I am a crocheter and knitter from the Dallas, Texas area. I also teach middle school orchestra and have been teaching, this is my 31st year. But this past week, I only taught 3 days because then I went to DFW Fiber Fest. DFW Fiber Fest is an annual Fiber Fest in Irving, Texas, and my teacher bestie who has moved to San Antonio, she and I went to classes and bought a whole bunch of yarn. So, oh, I lost my drink. We'll see how far I go. I hope you have a drink. I hope you have a beverage. Settle in because I blew my budget so bad. First, I want to tell you about what I've been working on. Well, okay, so I finished a crochet tissue box cozy. It's a crafter's tissue box cozy for my friend Rebecca, and I don't remember who it's by. I'll put the information in my show notes and a picture up here. Because I don't have it anymore because I gave it to Rebecca. And I think it's really cute, and when I start using tissue more, I will get one for myself. Although I might just go handkerchiefs because my mom and dad use handkerchiefs and I like to do everything my mom and dad do. But it's really cute. It has a place for your phone to prop up so you can watch your YouTube videos or read your patterns. It has pockets for your hooks and your scissors and candy stash, whatever. And it was in some colors that I know she would like and that I like. It was kind of garish and not sewn together very well because I measured the row for proper height of things, but I didn't measure the width. And when it came to making the actual tissue box, I did not exactly follow the pattern. The tissue box pattern has a pin cushion on the top of it, and I was running out of time and I didn't do the pin cushion. So I went and looked up a couple other patterns just to see how they did theirs and then just kind of winged my own. I was really irritated because I was doing half doubles. Oh, I'm so sorry, I just kicked the camera, I'm sorry. I was doing half doubles for the top of the box and for the pockets and things. And then when I went to do the sides of the box, I went to singles, which takes so much longer, single crochet. So anyway, it's finished and it's off and I like it. So now I am working on my Someone to Write Gnome About mystery knit along in my new Adore Knits, who is a pro sponsor of Down Cellar Studios Pigskin Party, and this is a pro sponsor exclusive item. Let me see if I can find Pigskin Party 2024. So this is my bag by Adore Knits. It's got the cutest little, I put this on my Instagram. It's got the cutest little leaf, and then more importantly, the boo right there, which I think is adorable as a zipper pull. So I'm not very far. I'm in clue 2, and I think all the clues have been released. So oh, it matches my shirt. Here is the progress I've made on the hat. I have my Adore Knits Pigskin Party stitch marker or progress keeper marking something. I have a Hypnotic Yarn 2024 progress keeper marking my beginning of round, and then I've got some other little stitch markers marking things. I'm knitting this on a Chowgu needle. I don't know what the size is, but I think I'm on the smaller needle that's suggested in the pattern. And anyway, I'm on the, I don't have my iPad. I'm on the chart. Well, Sarah Schira of Imagine Landscapes Designs, who has created this pattern, she has a neat format where it's a checklist. So when you get past the basic rounds in the hat, then she's got a checklist for how you do the whole rest of the hat. So now I'm excitedly checking off boxes. Oh, I'm only on row 19, but still excited. So I'm determined. I put this in my calendar that I am finishing this. I'm working on this. I'm finishing this. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on a ghost because I have a plan to do at school involving ghosts. And plus there's the, what is it called? What's the chicken one called? Oh, the Emotional Support Ghost MKAL make-along. And I'll put information about that down at the bottom because I don't remember who's hosting that. But I want to make one, and I haven't done it yet. But now, what you've all been waiting for, my Fiberfest haul. So we went there, Rebecca and I did on Thursday afternoon. We were taking a class from 2 to 5, I think. So we got there, we had breakfast or brunch at a great place called Yoke. It was a fantastic place. The waiter was really great. That was so much fun. Highly recommend it if you're ever in Irving or if you see that chain, because I think it is a chain or chain of three. But Yoke brunch, breakfast, lunch place, really good. When we got to DFW Fiberfest, we picked up our bags. Nice little canvas bag. A little bit disappointed because, I mean, this is a nice bag, but the bags from the past 2 years have been fantastic. Huge bags with pockets, and this is very sturdy, but it doesn't have pockets, and it's not quite as big. I think it's a little bit taller maybe than the bags from the year before, but not as wide. So I did not use this bag. I'm debating on gifting this bag to somebody, except I love having things. I'm very materialistic, which is pretty sad. But I'll work on that later. I can't be talking about being materialistic when I show you all the things I got. But we got our bag, we got our badge, and our entry into the market hall, and then we went and you couldn't go into the market hall on Thursday. It was open on Friday. So we went to our class. Our class was Crochet Socks by Robin Chichula, and I have been, like, when I signed up for my classes this year for DFW Fiberfest, I took 3 and I was teacher stalking. I was looking for teachers on purpose that I have not gotten to take a class from that I've always wanted to, and Robin Chichula was one of them. It was 2 teachers that I followed. It was a great class. We worked on a mini sock. I discovered that I do not like toe-up socks, starting toe-up socks. I don't have a problem with toe-up socks, except the start is really fiddly, both in knitting and in crochet. I don't like them either way, but that's fine. I got through it and it was all good. And I won the door prize for that class. So I was very excited. Then when Friday came along, I left my door prize coupon at home, so I couldn't get my door prize until Saturday, but it all worked out. And the convention ended today, Sunday. It's Sunday, December, September 22nd, and this was the last day. We didn't go on the last day. We just went Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So then I don't have any of these in the order in which I got them, but I purchased a crochet shirt. I can't remember what booth this was from, but they had crochet shirts. This is a knitting shirt, sorry. And I only have one good crochet or knitting shirt that I ordered off of Etsy from somebody. And then my other shirts were from, oh, and I have my Gnome shirt from Imagine Landscapes. But then I have 2 shirts from Nitty Natty from the Shark Week, and they're falling apart. Like, all the print is falling off them. They don't look very good. So I needed some new shirts. So I got that one. I was very excited. I went to Mustache Yarn's booth, And I have somewhere, I have 3 skeins that my husband and son had gifted me for Mother's Day, I believe, of the Ashoka stripe yarn and perfect sock yarn. And I want to make the bright axis tee, but I needed the gray bottom. And I thought, I'm never gonna find it. I've looked on Mustache's site and I could not find any tonal or solid yarn, but then at their booth, they had Night Owl. So here's my Night Owl. Now I will have to alternate skeins because you can tell that this one's a lot different, and I just didn't care. I was just grabbing, oh, it doesn't look so different there. But I will have to alternate skeins, and I've never done that before, and I've never knitted a sweater all the way through before. But every day is a new day. So very excited about that. I went to Destination Yarn and got 2 skeins from them. They had their Total Eclipse. This is a DK weight. Oh, the other yarn is a fingering weight. This is their Total Eclipse yarn. Can you see the sparkle? And I got an Eclipse yarn. I forget what it was called, but I got one from Juju Knits when the Total Eclipse, when it was in totality here in the Dallas area in April. And I got some yarn, but I'm making fingerless gloves for my dad, and so I won't have anything made from that yarn. So I had to snap up some Eclipse yarn. And then I also got their show colorway. I wanted to get 1 show colorway. I had very modest goals going to this thing, but I spent almost all of my budget on Friday morning. Rebecca had a class Friday morning and Friday afternoon. I only had a class Friday afternoon. So I had a budget. I'd done a gig. I played in a 4th of July show on my cello in the summer and was taking the money from that. And that was going to be all the money I was spending. No, I spent more. I won't tell you how much more, but it was a lot more. Anyway, this is Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights. This does not have sparkle in it, but oh, that green. So gorgeous. This is a fingering weight, also 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. Also from Destination Yarns. The first booth I actually went to and got sucked into was Fangirl Fibers. They had all of the doodle decks out, and I was looking, well, let me back up. I am doing Laura Nelkin's, Lauren Nelkin's. I'll put the information down below. I'm doing her Cowltopus mystery knit along that starts in October. It's an octopus based knit along, but all we know is it's a cowl, and it will not have, I think she said it will not be like a picture of an octopus on the cowl, and there will not be any tentacles. But you need DK weight, 4 mini skeins, and then a main. And so I was looking for that, and they had, at Fangirl Fibers booth, they had Yarnaceous Fibers Jurassic Jungle Tonal Kit, which I fell in love with. Look at that. That's a blue, like a dark blue. It's not showing up blue, but it's a dark blue. And I love these colors, so I bought this, and I thought this would be perfect for that cowl. And then they had a Dragon Rider skein set, and if you know me, you know I love dragons and dragon riders. So I got this. I didn't even know her fantasy doodle, the fantasy doodle deck was out by Pacific Knits. Is that who does it? But I'm gonna get it and make something with that. So was really excited about that. I was like lugging around like 4 or 5 and talking to people, like just thinking about it and holding it like a stuffy. Well, I was thinking about which one I wanted because I had 4 or 5, but I put some back because I had to be modest and contain myself, and then I just totally blew that. I went to Whimsy Stitches, and they had, I have a bag of theirs that I got last year that has, did I bring it over here? Let me see. Let me dig. Oh, I did. It's right there. This is the bag of theirs that I got last year. And it's the only Halloween bag I have. Well, now I have that pumpkin bag from Pigskin Party, Adornuts. And I have this one, which has some Halloween-based yarn in it. But it was for a class that I was taking. And then I wanted another one of those window bags because I think this is really cute. So I was going to get one of those. And they had one with ghosts, a black bag with ghosts on it. And then they had one that said Let Love Brew, and it had a teacups on it, and so I couldn't decide which one I wanted. And so I said I'm going to pray about it, and I waited a day and went back and the ghosts were gone, so that was the answer to my prayers. So I got Let Love Brew, which I really like. And then I picked up a skein of their Select Worsted in Hello Gorgeous. Look at that, because it reminded me of my attempts to grow squash and zucchini and cucumbers and a pumpkin, which so far not much to report. I think I might have some squash, maybe, but I don't know if they've fertilized yet. So we'll see. I'm probably gonna make a hat out of this, or a cowl for me. I have some design patterns. I mean, some patterns saved aside that I'm gonna look at. Anyway, it's really nice. I like those guys. They're really good. Make good bags. Then I got, oh, okay. So I was the first person to shop at Euphoria Knits booth. So I got their, what is this? Bioluminescence colorway, which is like blues and greens, but look at this. It is a black light. Can you see? It's a black light yarn. And so I wanted one that had a lot of green in it, but I knew I wanted to make a hat for my brother. He goes to clubs, and I thought that'd be really cool for all the black light stuff they have at clubs. So I got this one. They said this was really popular for guys, and I might see, he had given me some glow-in-the-dark yarn last year for Christmas, and I might see if it pairs up with that, although I don't know that it's the same. This is a, what is this? This is on their DK Frenzy base. And so it's a DK weight, and I don't know if the glow in the dark weight one is worsted or not. So I got that. Then I also got some minis. They had like a buy 5 for 25 or something like that. Minis. And so I purchased, okay, I got these two because of the whole black light thing. Oh, there we go. So that's black light, and this is, what colorway is this? LO number 1. That's not very descriptive, but it's beautiful green and black and gray. I'm gonna do something with this for me. I don't know what. I got this one that's also blacklight activated. This is LO number 2. Just because I like the oranges and the pinks. I may mix that up in my hat or whatever I make. I got this one, LO number 7. That's blacklight activated. I got this from a booth that where I got my prize from. Oh, the next day my Rebecca got a door prize from her class, which I thought was cool. So I like that one. And then I got this one because it's green and I love green, and she said it was a one-off because she didn't know how she made it. And she's been trying so hard to make this green, and then she doesn't know how she did it, so she can't replicate it. So I got those. And then at Seismic Yarn, no, Stellar Needlecraft is where I got my prize from. And they said I could get a sock set. So I picked this lovely one. I'd already been by there a couple of times, and every time I gravitated to Mermaid's Tail. This is Stellar Sock, 25, 75, 75, 25. And then there, I got a mini of, I don't know what this orange is, but there's the mini. And this one is also black light activated. So this will be something for me, I'm pretty sure. And then they had in the Seismic Yarn, Seismic Yarn is where I got the black light from. Seismic Yarn booth, they had a hat that was the Doodle Halloween hat, and it was in this colorway. Seismic Butter Sock DK in the dark, like my soul black color. And then this mini skein set of base Butter Sock DK in the Pretty Princess Rainbow. And it looked really great together. And I kept looking at that hat because it was right by the places where I was sitting to eat, like the tables where I was eating and crocheting and waiting for Rebecca and just hanging out. And that was really good. So I had to have it. Anything else? Oh, I got some earrings. I got a lot to match my shirt. And those were cute. So I took a class. Well, I took the Robin Chichula class, so that was fantastic. Then on Friday and Saturday, I took classes from Stephanie Pearl McPhee, knitting classes. One was called Knit Smart. We did no knitting in there. We just listened and took notes on knitting, and it was fantastic. The biggest takeaway I got from there is how to use running stitch markers, like yarn stitch markers or thread stitch marker, to help you measure and mark your rows and stuff. And so that was really useful. There was a whole bunch of stuff there I just have to process. I remember more from the second class I took, which was distract, dilute, deploy, variegated yarn. And so that's what I did this from. And I remember a lot from that class because we were knitting, and it was the second class. I took like 6 pages of notes from her. It was really good. But we were learning how to do different things. She gave us several different stitch patterns to work with variegated yarn so that it doesn't pool where you don't want it to pool. So imagine here's my little swatchy swatch. Imagine this is a shirt, a blouse that I'm making. Where is that purple gonna pool? On the girls, right? So, I'm sorry, I keep kicking in the camera. So she gave some methods. Like the method I started practicing was like put in a row of a color that's in the yarn and then a row of the yarn. So I started with that, and then I started a different concept up here. It was really good. She is an excellent speaker. I love her books. I so wish I should have taken the books I have of Robin Chichula, taken a book of hers, and taken a book of Stephanie Pearl McPhee's and gone and gotten their autograph. I should have done that, but I did not. Will I regret it forever? Yes, probably. Well, knowing that I was teacher stalking, I went to Friday night bingo, which was the Friday night event for DFW Fiberfest, and guess who sat across from us at our table? Marley Bird, Robin Chichula, and a really funny test knitter friend of theirs. I think her name was Jennifer. I think she was very funny. They were all funny. Marley was tired. I've taken knitting classes from Marley. I own several of her classes. I've made sweaters that she's done. I really admire her. I like to do her game day, where I have done her game day knit alongs and crochet alongs. I think she's so clever. And Robin Chichula, I love as well. And I was fangirling. Now, did I take a picture with them or ask them if I could take a picture of them? No. I tried to sneak a picture across the table, so it's not very flattering. So good thing they're not going to watch this podcast, because I apologize just in case. So sorry that I cannot take pictures, but oh my gosh, I was so excited. We didn't win a thing, but it was super fun. It was super fun. They are exactly how I picture them to be. It was so much fun. And before that, on Friday, when I was sitting down waiting for Rebecca and crocheting and trying to pray about my Whimsy Stitches bag, I saw Therese of Caffeinated Cast Ons. And I saw her walk by and I was like, oh my gosh, there she is. I should go say hi to her. And I thought, oh, that's so uncool. And you're 90 years older than she is. And then I decided I don't care. And I went over to where she was sitting. She was working on a project. And I said, Caffeinated Cast On? And I introduced myself and sat down and talked to her for a little bit. She was waiting for friends to come. I didn't want to be in her way, but I had a really good chat with her. And I was so excited to get to take a picture with her, because I did ask her. But it wasn't a very crowded area, so I thought it was more appropriate. But I was really excited to meet that. And then, I met several different podcasters, and, we exchanged information. One lady gave me her card. I'll put her podcast down below. She and her mom were wearing bright access tees that they had knit, and so I was admiring those. And then she said, well, if you like knitting podcasts, I have a knitting podcast. And she gave me her card, and I said, well, I have a podcast too. And I gave her my stitch marker that has my little tiny card on it. And she said, oh, well, here, I'm going to YouTube, and I'm gonna friend you right now. And she subscribed right then. I thought that was so nice. Crafting people are the best people. So I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted? Yes. What am I going to do with all this yarn? I'm going to wind it up and I'm going to use it. But first, I'm getting this gnome done. I'm going to get my ghost done. I'm going to be disciplined and planned out. Other podcasters do this. Other knitters and crocheters do this. They make a list of what they want to accomplish and they do it. And by golly, I can too. Well, until then, I hope you find something that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're inquisitive about. Go do that thing, and I will see you next time.